What happens when loving your idol goes way too far? Not, I bought concert tickets far. I'm talking, I spent $250,000 trying to look like them far. Welcome to the story of Oli London, the influencer who tried to become BTS's Jimin, the surgeries, the scandals, the self-proclaimed transracial identity, and even a showdown with Dr. Phil himself. This isn't just a celebrity story. It's a cautionary tale about obsession, identity, and how the internet can turn chaos into a career.
Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I've transitioned. I'm so happy I've completed my look. I'm finally Korean, guys. I have the eyes. Just had a brow lift as well. So I'm so happy. Finally, I've been trapped in the wrong body for 8 years. And that's the worst feeling in the world, when you're trapped and you don't feel like you can be yourself. But finally, I'm Korean. I can be myself.
Oli London discovered BTS back in 2013, when Gangnam Style was still echoing through every high school dance. He saw Jimin and, in his words, instantly fell in love. But it wasn't the typical fan crush. It was fixation. He said Jimin represented perfection. The look, the smile, the aura. And that's where it started. The idea that maybe if he changed everything about himself, he could be that perfection too. And what started as admiration quickly turned into an obsession with a scalpel. Oli went under the knife again, and again, and again. In total, he's claimed to have spent over $250,000 on cosmetic surgeries, nose jobs, jawline reconstruction, eye surgery, cheekbone work, lip fillers, skin whitening procedures, even facial lifts, all to look like Jimin. He flaunted it online, posting before and after photos, calling himself British Jimin. And the internet? It exploded. Fans weren't laughing. The Korean community was furious, because this wasn't just plastic surgery, it was mockery disguised as admiration. And just when people thought he'd stop, he decided to become Korean. In 2021, Oli posted a video announcing that he now identified as Korean.
I am a new Korean pop star called Jimin. 안녕하세요. So happy with my new Korean eyes, my new Korean brow lift, my new Korean temple lift. Everything Korean, guys. I now identify fully as Korean. I'm so happy I can live my life the way I want to live it, finally.
He even gave himself a new name, Jiminy. He claimed he'd been born in the wrong culture and finally felt authentic after his surgeries. Cue global outrage. Korean netizens accused him of mocking Korean identity.
Oli London's in the studio. Hello.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, no, thank you for reaching out to us. I think it's the first time we've ever gotten a chance to actually interview somebody who's reached out to us first.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
An actual reason why you reached out to us first.
Yeah, actually, my dream is to live in Korea and be a Korean citizen.
Okay.
Nope.
Cultural scholars called it offensive and dehumanizing. Even K-pop fans, who've forgiven everything from bad fan cams to messy Twitter wars, said, yeah, no, this isn't it. To make it worse, Oli started pretending to speak fluent Korean. Except, he wasn't. He'd string together random words, say things that made no sense, and proudly thank fans for supporting his culture. The Korean community wasn't just mad, they were embarrassed. It was cultural cosplay gone completely off the rails. And just when the internet thought it couldn't get more awkward, Oli took his story to daytime TV. In 2022, Oli London walked onto the Dr. Phil show, confidently introducing himself as Korean. Dr. Phil, in that classic I've had enough tone, asked straight up, "You were born in England, right?" Oli said yes, and Dr. Phil hit him with the line heard around the internet, "You can't change your ethnicity." The audience gasped. Oli looked defensive. Dr. Phil tried to explain the difference between cultural appreciation and identity, but Oli kept doubling down, talking about his surgeries, his transition, and his love for Korea. Even Dr. Phil, the man who's seen everything from cheaters to catfish, looked like he wanted to cut to commercial early.
If you look at the pictures of me and Jimin, we're identical.
Really?
Okay.
I know I'm identical.
No, you're not.
When I was in Korea, everyone calls me Jimin. When I'm walking down the street, everyone's like, oh my God, it's Jimin, it's Jimin. Like everyone,
That's a load of crap.
they think I'm Jimin.
You are lying to me right now. Either tell me the truth or shut up. Open your mouth and just bleh.
The clip went viral. Millions watched, half in disbelief, half in secondhand embarrassment. It showed just how deep Oli's delusion had gone, or, depending on how cynical you are, how far he was willing to go for views. But beneath the absurd headlines, something darker was brewing, because what Oli did next actually surprised everyone. By 2022, the backlash had reached its breaking point. Oli released a new video. This time not glamorized, not filtered, not cocky. It was titled something like, "My Apology to Korea and Jimin."
It was wrong of me to try to emulate Jimin in such an obsessive way. I've realized now that it wasn't the right thing to do.
And this time, he sounded different. He admitted he'd gone too far, that he'd been chasing validation through surgery and fame, that he'd hurt people, especially Koreans, by treating their identity like a trend. He even said he'd stopped having surgeries and wanted to focus on finding his real self. Some fans cautiously accepted it, others weren't buying it, calling it a PR move, but you could hear it in his tone. Something had shifted. Maybe guilt, maybe burnout, maybe the realization that attention isn't love. And that's when the same internet that made him famous kind of forgot about him. Oli started doing interviews, not as British Jimin, but as someone reflecting on influencer addiction. He talked about how social media convinced him to keep pushing boundaries, because every outrage made him more viral. He called it a toxic high. And you know what? That part was actually relatable.
I can't be another person. I just need to love myself. So I've started to really love myself,
The internet does reward shock value. The more absurd you act, the more people watch, and the harder it becomes to stop. Oli London didn't just fall into obsession, he became a mirror for it.
That has really been a big factor in, me having surgery, me being unhappy, me also funneling my love into Jimin. And I really tried to model myself on that person because I thought that would make me happy.
A reflection of how fame can twist self-image until it breaks. But even with all the apologies, the scars of this story still run deep. To this day, Oli London's name sparks debate. Was he just a confused person chasing identity? Or was he a manipulative influencer exploiting culture for clicks? Either way, he made the world confront uncomfortable questions about fandom, self-obsession, and cultural respect. Because his story isn't just about one man trying to look like Jimin, it's about what happens when the internet blurs the line between admiration and appropriation. And let's be real, even Jimin himself probably wishes this entire saga could be deleted from existence. Oli London didn't find peace by becoming someone else. He found it, maybe, by finally looking in the mirror and realizing that no surgery can fix what's broken inside. His story is messy, uncomfortable, and unforgettable. It's a reminder that fame can amplify your worst impulses, and the internet will happily hand you a microphone while it happens. What do you think? Was Oli London misunderstood, or was it all manipulation? Drop your thoughts below, and if you made it this far, hit that like button, because this story was a roller coaster, and we all need a minute to recover.